The sun didn't shine, it was too wet to play, so we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day. Hey guys, what's up? Hey, um, we're hanging out. I'm still in my pajamas, as you can see. It's cold outside. It's my day off. Don't really feel like much like doing anything other than hanging out with you guys. So I decided to put together this video, kind of going through my old high school portfolio for college. I didn't actually make it into college, but I was approved for a scholarship to Colorado Art Institute that I didn't take for a lot of reasons. I was going through a real hard time in my teenage years. Those that know me very well know that I was going through a lot of anxiety and depression during that time, as well as many other things that we all struggle through day to day. You know, life happens and things change. But I wanted to kind of go through and show you guys what they saw back when I was a teenager. So let's do it. The magic of video. Poof, we're right here. Hey, we're at my studio art table, and I first just grabbed this first initial piece because, hey, it's me, it's you. Look at it. I'm looking up at you, and you're kind of looking down at me, and it's like some crazy guru thing going on. But anyway, here we are. So, this, knowing my art as a student, in art, taking many art classes all through school, high school in particular, I really have to give credit to one of my main influences, our art teacher influences. She gave me great grades. Okay, that's, that was a plus, and that was appreciated and all that stuff. But she always pushed and influenced me, and kind of was looking to see what I would do next. And she basically gave me free reign of supplies in the class, and free reign to do what I did. So a lot of times we would get an assignment, and I would say, "Hey, can I do this instead?" And she would see like, "Oh, yeah, go ahead. You're good." But in some ways that can be misleading too. And actually, when I did get into college and I took some community art colleges for graphic design, it actually kind of hindered me a little bit because I didn't follow curriculum, and the specific teacher that I had for those graphic design classes didn't like that, so I ended up getting all D's and F's, surprisingly enough, in my graphic design classes because I wouldn't follow the curriculum. But here we are. We have a pastel pencil, or pastel. It's not pencil, it's actually what do they call it? Just regular pastels. The like the Crayola kind pastels, and the oil pastels, kind of smudged all together. And when I was younger, I had the idea that everything needed to be bigger. I did a lot of larger pieces when I was young, and yeah, I mean, some of them turned out great, and some of them were like, hey, that's a large piece. I didn't finish it, or I didn't like the way it turned out, or whatnot. But yeah, this was one of the pieces, and I kind of just went through and randomly grabbed a few. I have my portfolio right here down at my side. So I'll reach in there, but I grabbed a couple ones that weren't in there. This one, uh, ink drawing. A lot of cross hatching, a lot of stenciling, inking. Great work. Once again, Sue Bolton. She was a great influence, giving me great still lives and reference pieces to go through. So, and really enjoyed doing that one. Oh, this one. It's kind of weird, kind of, strange, odd, kind of a lot of stuff going on in it, but it's actually a reference drawing from the class. I'm looking out the window. The art class that we had was actually in the sub basement of the school that we were in. So it had brick walls and just these wide open windows looking out into the playground. That's what I came up with. That just regular acrylics, nothing real fancy there. And I did do a lot of self-portrait pieces as younger, and I wanted to use a lot of color. Obviously I have a lot of black and white sketches as well, but this one I just threw a bunch of color in it. Trying to make it kind of reflect what I was feeling at the time, that frustration, that confusion, that mishmash of whatever I was going through. You can see that kind of in that painting. And what else we got here? We got, they, all throughout class, they wanted still lives, and actually did a lot of chalky kind of pastel kind of work and stuff like that. And this is actually one of the school hallways. And did it on tone paper. Looking at it from a distance came out pretty darn good. But yeah. So we did a lot of studies like that. Have another one that's a little bit more colorful, but kind of in the similar style. You have to look kind of closely to kind of actually see what you're looking at on this one. But it's staircase leading downstairs, going right out the door, and you're actually looking down at my feet as I'm doing it. So kind of interesting little piece, little fun piece, little color, little mishmash of things. What else we got here? This is actually probably one of the first graphic type style designs I made. Teacher wanted us to make a grid and put something behind that grid and have it kind of fit. So if you can't really tell, it's actually a skeleton of a cat kind of perched, stalking you and looking at you. So yeah, that was pretty interesting to do, and that's done on just some black poster board. And you can actually see the grade the teacher gave me on the back. It's been forever since I've seen that. It says beautiful detail and design. It needs a little more contrast. Maybe slipping, maybe stippling was too detailed to get enough abstract, just I can't make out that last word, but something ship. Nice craftsmanship, and she gave me a big A for that. that was back when you know, the grades kind of mattered. You know, you didn't really get these you know, fake grades that a lot of the kids get nowadays, or at least I think they're fake. Um, you know, um, a kind of interesting little piece right here, a little baseball kind of motion perspective piece. And this one's probably the best one out of the lot. You know, obviously it's John Lennon. Hey, you know, who can go wrong with John Lennon, right? This one and a portrait of Eric Clapton, I spent a great amount of detail on and trying to get the contrast, and probably two of my most popular and best pencil sketches during that time frame. But the sketch of Eric Clapton isn't in this lot because I actually didn't use that for my portfolio. But the John Lennon I did. So I thought I did a great job doing that and getting through that. Oh, what else we got here? We just got a few more to kind of wrap it up. Another pencil sketch. During the time, you know, the late 80s, I put all these together in my junior year of high school because that's actually when they requested my portfolio to go out to the college. But during that period, this type of drawing, you know, was really risque, you know, and I couldn't do a nude study because I was in high school. So I just went ahead and drew this and slapped a big censored logo right across the breast, and you know, I was kind of just playing with the teachers, playing with the people, and seeing what they would think, you know. So I had fun with that one. Just trying to be as rebellious as possible during my young golden ages. Oh, this one I never really liked. I wrapped it up, you know, quite a bit because it's really messy. But you know, it's another self-portrait, just sitting on a chair. Actually on a stage. It looks like I'm on the high school stage looking out. You got the seats in the background and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, good enough for portfolio submission, I imagine. Kind of showing that different type of styles and things like that. And I only have a couple other ones. I couldn't really decide if I actually used this in my portfolio or not, but I do know that I drew it during that period. And I actually went back and I kind of inked over it after it was done. But, you know, I was heavily influenced by the movie Heavy Metal during that time frame, and I had a lot of kind of, you know, I've always loved dragons. You know, dragons are great, and this was probably one of my better pieces during that time frame. But yeah, and probably kind of close to wrapping it up here. I might have a few more. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, here we go. This one I hung up for ever on my living room walls and things like that. I was really proud of this piece. Um, and it actually yellowed over time. The paper yellowed over time because it was hanging up on my walls so much. But this was one of my favorite pencil drawings, and that did go in my portfolio during that time frame. And I think I just have just a couple more here to finish out the lot. This one, oh, it's just crazy, crazy kind of mishmash of phantasmagoria of just whatever was going through my mind at the time. You know, I really liked the concept and design, overall design of that one. But yeah, I used this style of bubbling and things like that during the time, and it really worked out good for me. Really enjoyed doing that one. And I think we just got just a few more. Yeah. Another really dirty charcoal one. I have to have covered up because it's so dirty. But just a self-portrait or not a self-portrait, but a portrait study of just somebody in the hallway. You know, a female, holding books and a purse, walking through class. And what else we got? I think just one or two more guys. I'm sorry that it's so random and thrown together this video, but I'm just, oh yeah, another dirty drawing. Dirty barrel on the stairs. Hey, can't go wrong with a barrel on the stairs. You know, hey, what's that barrel doing on that steps? You're gonna trip over that barrel. But hey, let's draw it. Let's leave it there. Let's keep it. It might be useful. What do you think? But that's just, just you get your hands dirty just touching that paper, touching it. Same thing with this guy. What do we got? Ribbon on the floor. Can't go wrong with the ribbon on the floor. You don't want to touch that ribbon on the floor because you get your hands all dirty, but you got the ribbon on the floor. And another dirty one. Oh, we got self-portrait of me, of course. Same kind of brown chalk pencil. Love that chalk. Can't go wrong with a bunch of dirty chalk pencils. Nothing wrong with that. What else we got? Start to close up shop pretty soon. And just a couple more. And during class, we had this really flimsy paper, and we did a lot of studies like this. It's just people hanging out in the hallway, sitting. So these are like 10-minute sketches. You know, potted plant, still life. Can't go wrong with some foliage. Always have to have some foliage in your life, you know. Little artsy. Oh, hey, look at this. I almost forgot all about this guy. This is a colorful piece. You never go wrong with some fruit. Hey, need some fruit. Little gourd. Maybe some celery, a couple apples. Can't go wrong with fruit. Yeah, chalky, stinky mess. Look at my fingers already. I just barely even touched it. So dirty. But it held up over time. Right in this splendid little piece of paper. Look at that. Now, Shazam. Look at there. And I want to remind you guys that we're looking at stuff that's over 20 years old. Yeah, it's really, really digging. And what you got? Probably one of, yeah, we'll probably end it here. This is the last piece. This is, you know, I actually referenced this off of some of the friends at the time. But yeah, we're looking into the mystic orb, seeing what our future is hold. Unfortunately, my future did not hold the Colorado Art Institute, but you know, I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't go through the trials and tribulations that I have, and I think I'm a better man for it. For the most part, and you know, I don't know if going to Colorado would have been the best thing for me. Oh, we had another little color pencil portrait. So that is my high school portfolio. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe for any other upcoming art videos. Sketchbook tours. I know I have one finished sketchbook that I haven't videotaped yet because it takes a lot of effort to put those sketchbook tour things out for you. But I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for your support, and as always, big hugs. Thank you.